Hey guys, John here from Moon Design. I was watching lynda.com or LinkedIn Learning Now video and came across this slide. And there's a number of things visually wrong, but this is one of those fascinating cases. I think they're fascinating where you have just the dirtiness of design, like just making a bulleted list. And it's fascinating because, typically when you're looking at design, there's all these, things out there about designing logos, but there's a lot of dirty work, just making brochures and lists and paragraphs and things like that. That in my mind really, demonstrate your understanding of the fundamentals of design. And so here's a fascinating case that we can learn a lot from. And so I saw this and I said, oh, there's a number of things wrong. And when you look at this, you have the hierarchy of this composition is right over these numbers. And that's for a number of reasons. It's for the brightness or the luminosity of these. It's these very, very dark of the numbers. You also have color. That's the only color here in this composition, so it's very striking. It's draw your attention all down to here. You have shape, so you have these things that are separated. So your eye comes to that because you have these channels through the things, and you have groupings. So you have groupings of three things here, which are clearly a group. And so it's drawing your eyes to these things. Now, the problem is that visually, this is designed to draw our eyes here. But conceptually, the content of the piece is supposed to be on the questions. So the form and the content are backwards. They're opposite as what they should be. So there's a number of things that we can do. The first thing is to simply take away that color. And so I'm just going to cycle back and forth so you can see this. Because sometimes when you cycle back and forth through things, you can see, oh my goodness, I really was looking at that thing. It was really drawing my attention. And you can feel the strain when it's there because you're looking at spending too much time looking at something that's secondary in hierarchical importance. So the first thing is to take away that color. That reduces our visual need to look at that thing. The next thing is to just get rid of the dot. You don't always need that, especially if you are using some other visual indicator to separate it. So here it's done with its lightness. It's so much darker, so you actually don't even need it. And then the last step is to really invert the colors of the copy and the numerals. And you just go like this, boom. And so you can see that feels a lot different going from here to here. And all of a sudden, those numbers, you can see all of a sudden they reversed in hierarchy, and you're reading the words first. And secondarily, you're seeing that they're in a numbered list. So just to do it one more time, we start here and we end here. It feels a lot better. There are a number of ways for us to be able to introduce, if that's like a brand color or something, to introduce it in, but in a way that's not going to distract from the visual information hierarchy. And we can talk about that in another movie. Thanks for checking it out, and I'll see you next week.